Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to the daily live stream. So, we're gonna see what's going on in the market today. Let me welcome all of you. Beliak, welcome, man. Nice to see you. Felix, how you doing, man? So, let's see what is going on in NASDAQ and SPX. Today we're gonna see, of course, the same list as usual, the main list. And if you have some special requests, of course, drop it in the chat box, so I would be glad to analyze it for you. All right, guys, so basically this is exactly as expected. Nothing has surprised us. Of course, yes, we didn't took the high, right? So the all-time high, the red line, and it is already expected that we don't take it right now. So we're still looking, of course, for a wave 4, and then there is a big wave 5 in the top still. Yes. So let me go to the 2 hours chart at least to see the whole thing. So here we go. So this is what we are looking at. We have a big wave 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 triple 1 2 inside this wave 3, and we got triple 4 5 4 5 4 5 4 5. So everything is perfect. I cannot complain, right? So here we go. We have the same, and we have our wave 3 4 and a 5, of course, toward the upside, and we still have 1 2 to be done and finished in the top, meaning it's a big wave 2. Therefore you have to expect, of course, a big wave 4 and a big wave 5 after it. Okay, so basically this is exactly what we would like to see. Actually, nothing is weird here. I would say, yeah, the things has started to unfold. That's why I was on the 15-minute chart, of course, to analyze what is going on currently. So this is a double 1 2, obviously. So you have the first 1 2 3 4 and a 5, and you got another 1 2 here, a 1 2 3 4. It can be 5, and the wave 5 can be extended as a diagonal. Okay. So let me put this in white first to differentiate. Here we go. So this wave 5 can be finished already as an impulse, or it still can be unfolding as diagonal. Yeah, so somehow like that. Okay, it can be impulse, by the way. And there is nothing that it prevent, of course, from being impulsive even. Yeah, so it can be like 1 2 3 4 and a 5 even. Yeah, a very long wave 5. So be careful with it, of course. We might still, of course, see some lower prices, or it can be finished. Now, if we want to really move inside it, so okay, as you can see, it's a clear impulse on the 5-minute chart, followed by another impulse toward the upside on the 5-minute again. And that means, of course, yeah, very high possibility that you finished a wave 5 over there, and you start to look for something like corrective. Okay. Of course, it is an impulse, but it might be here the A, B, and a C for a wave 2. Meaning, right now, you have finished a wave 1, and wave 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the downside. Let's put this in a bigger one. Here we go. This is your wave 1. You have an A, of course, as an impulse, a B, and a C for a wave 2. Okay. Targets for a wave 2 would like to hit, preferably the minimum target is 0.38, and obviously we're gonna get it very easily, right? So here we go. And this blue box, of course, to be hit. And of course, for much more precise target here, we can have a zigzag in confluence for a 1-to-1 fib level. Okay, as a zigzag, here we go, 100% at 0.38. Okay, 21K840. That is, of course, the next target. We might move up a little bit, of course, for wave 2, and then, of course, dropping down after it for a wave 3, okay, because this is only a wave 1 right now. And what does it mean in a bigger picture, a bigger image? What you are looking at here is a wave 1. You're looking for a wave 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just arrange this. 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, and this will unfold, of course, a wave A, wave B, wave C to finish a wave 4. Okay, meaning what we are looking for next is an A, B, and a C toward the downside. Here we go, brackets magenta for the bearish. Okay, so yeah, everything is working perfectly inside the next blue box, which is the minimum requirement for a wave 4, 0.23, 20K800. And based on the timing for this wave 4, I think this is the right time, right? Let's check. Anyway, we need to update it, by the way. We got a new high. Yeah, definitely we need to update the timing. So here we go. Let me check first. Wave 4 over 2. Okay, here we go. So basically we are looking at for this blue box, which it might hit perfection, like as a perfect timing would be after the 1-to-1 fib time, which is 20 June. Yep. So until 20 June, guys, we are now 12. So we need a week. You know, we need a week of dumping right now, a little bit, A, B, and a C, and then of course continuation toward the upside. Okay. All right, so basically those are the updates for the 2 hours chart. Let me just arrange. Sorry, I'm focusing a little bit where I should put all those numbers. Maybe I arrange it later on offline. Okay, so SPX. Okay, for SPX also we are looking for this scenario, right? So let me just, I think this one, here we go. All right, so basically we are in 1-2, right? Also the same as for NASDAQ, 1-2. It's a running flat, right, for a wave 2 here. It is a signal for reversal, by the way. And here we go, we move for 1-2, 1-2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. So the same thing that happened for NASDAQ right now is unfolding probably for SPX. And we start to see something impulsive, right? So yeah, let's dive a little bit deeper. As you can see on the 15-minute chart, this is definitely an impulse. Let me check. Oh, why invalidated? Interesting. The wave 4 is normally not allowed to interfere with the zone 1. Yeah, so it has interfered, which is not nice. Unless something else is unfolding here. But this is a very long wave 3. Okay, guys, if we move down, we have to consider this as an impulse. I know it has interfered, but it is the wick here, only the wick. So the wicks has interfered, but yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens that it's not a totally invalidation, but very rare case. You know, when it gets interfered, it's totally invalidated. But if we move down, because yeah, it's very clear that it is an impulse, I don't know why the invalidation, even the invalidation is given with 3 waves toward the upside and then moving again impulsively for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I think it's still, even if we interfered here. Yeah, so good evening, free minds. So I think that's still, of course, valid as impulse, and I believe that we have topped here for a wave 3, and we are looking here potentially for a wave 1, yeah, after this impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that might be, of course, the wave A, yes, exactly. The wave A, wave 4 later on. Okay, let's put this in a lower. Here we go. So the wave A might be as A, B, and a C, of course, right? So we're gonna see potentially kind of like this one. Now, SPX normally is not very volatile, so I think that the wave A can probably reach this and probably not. Yeah, so I think that SPX might move like kind of in a leading diagonal for a wave A, probably. Because it's not very volatile as NASDAQ, okay? And then, of course, we're going to have 3 waves for the wave B and the wave C, wave 4, of course, towards, yeah, the 0.23, 0.38. It might dive a little bit deeper, yeah, it can be, but let me check also the fib levels with the new high. Yes, everything is fine. Okay, timing. We are in the wave 4 in the blue, so let's take the wave 2 blue. Okay, let's zoom in. All right, here we go. Okay, snapped, and of course on the top, and this is our blue zone. Here we go. This is where we have to bottom in this area. Of course, timing, yeah, it's the same, almost 13 June. Okay, 13 June it says, but be careful because NASDAQ is 20 June, which is, of course, even 1 week later. June, this is, we are right now, yeah, June, exactly the same. Okay, so that is, no, that means tomorrow. And I think that this could be, of course, only the wave A, guys. Yeah, so I think this could be only a wave A, and later on we're gonna see a big wave B and a C. Even the time, of course, of a wave 4 can extend if it wants to 6 times, okay? If it wants to, without invalidation. But yeah, it can be somehow to extend until this time. I think it's gonna align with NASDAQ. Yeah, because NASDAQ minimum is gonna take a while. Yeah, it has a big wave too. So we're gonna see anyway, but however, I'm gonna keep this right now there and see the reaction, okay? We're gonna follow it step by step. Now, anyway, in all case scenarios, we have to get to this area. But the question mark, is it done? Would it be done? Or we would like to have even deeper one? This is a question. And that's why I think to align with NASDAQ, it might dive a little bit deeper, okay? 0.38. Okay. Syed. Hi, bro. Thanks for the knowledge. Thank you, bro. You're very welcome, man. Tamer Fauzi, if you don't mind, can you look at DEWA stock? Dubai electricity. Dubai. Wow, it was pleasure, bro. Yeah, but preferably to always look at the US stocks. But yeah, I mean, we can take a look at it, of course, but preferably always US stock. DEWA. So since we don't have a lot of special requests. Okay, so that is for SPX. This is what I'm looking for, guys, next. All right, let's see Nvidia. Okay. Okay, so with Nvidia, are we in the extended? Yes. All right. So Nvidia might follow also with NASDAQ, follow up with NASDAQ and SPX. Since we are dumping, we might see some red also for Nvidia, and also expected, right? We are already in double 1 2 1 2 1 2 here, and you have, of course, the wave 3 in the gray 4 and a 5, finished a wave 3 for the yellow, meaning 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. And currently we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, big impulse for the orange. Okay, so in a bigger view here, we are of course in a big move toward the upside for a wave 3 in the white, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very big impulse. It has several 1-2s, and currently we are in the wave 4 in the orange. The wave 4 in the orange, as expected, of course, it hit the 0.23, 0.38, and obviously that this is exactly what we would like to see as an A, B, and a C here formation somehow for a zigzag. Your wave 2 in the orange is also a zigzag, by the way, but it's not very deep. It can be a regular flat. By the way, it is a WX and a Y. Let me check. Yeah, it's a WX and a Y, meaning you have a 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 3 ways down, not 5 ways down. And this is not a zigzag. This is a WX and a Y, meaning we might have a deep zigzag, okay, for the wave 4. If we dive deeper inside it, you can see that we have 1, 2, 3. Yes, this is 1, 2, 3. So far, it is 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1, wave 2, and you start, of course, a wave 1 as diagonal. You cannot really count it, but it's very small. And then you have a very shallow wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3, which is not finished yet. Why? Because you have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Something else is unfolding as diagonal. Yes. Okay, so let's count this. 1, 2, 3, not finished, 4, and a 5. Okay. This wave 3 is not finished yet because you have here like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Probably it can be this is a wave 3 and 4 and a 5, by the way. But the wave 5 anyway is not finished yet. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You still need something to unfold. It can be a zigzag, meaning wave 1 here, wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like that. Okay? But I think that this is a wave 3. Okay? Much higher possibilities this is a wave 3. And this will unfold, of course, a wave A. Right? Once you finish here, wave 4, wave 5. So, guys, just expect, of course, to move still for lower for Nvidia now. Okay? Yeah. It needs some lower prices, okay, to move up again. And of course, this is gonna unfold the wave A, B, and a C. So I believe that everything is also aligning with NASDAQ and with SPX, the indexes. Nothing is surprising here, but I think it aligns much more with SPX right now for Nvidia because of the wave 2 size. Okay, NASDAQ is in a bigger wave 2. This is a timing for a wave 4. Okay. Hello, Fabian. No worries, buddy. Nice to see you joining. All right. So basically, I'm still looking for lower for NASDAQ. If this is your wave 3, you might see wave 4, 5, the same scenario, just finishing in kind of like 5 ways for wave A. Okay. So that is for NASDAQ, for Nvidia. Nothing is yet surprising. Everything is expected. And that's why I'm out since a while for Nvidia. So we're waiting. We're going to wait for lower. And okay, let's start with the gold. I think I passed the gold today. Sorry, guys. So Nvidia was 23. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's put this at 11, and I think SPX we started at 17 somehow, and now the gold, which is at 28. Okay, so the gold, now let's just think, if the NASDAQ and SPX and the stocks are moving down, the gold should be moving higher. If that is the case, well, yes, exactly. Exactly. All right. This is what we are expecting. This is also a possible scenario that we saw yesterday is still unfolding as a 1-2. Here we go. Wave 3 is on its way toward the upside. Can it be wave 3, 4? No, it has interfered, meaning your wave 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Target, minimum target is 1-to-1 Fib level, by the way. Let's just start to deploy this nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna make this as white. Okay, and we're gonna put this in a gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish, of course, a wave 3. Okay, this is the wave 3, which it might finish in the white, and then having wave 4 and a 5. Probably wave B, wave Y. We're gonna see this in a bigger picture. Okay, let's move in a bigger picture a little bit to see what's going on. All right, so basically in the gold, yeah, basically if we have the bullish and the bearish scenario, of course. Currently, we cannot yet say that we are very bullish. Okay, first you have an A, potential wave B, and wave C toward the downside. Okay, but the wave B can be much, much higher, of course, can even take the high. I'm gonna explain once we finish all the scenarios. Another scenario is sideways triangle, yeah, meaning you finished now the A, the B, you are looking for a zigzag for a wave C after, of course, then you want to see lower prices, which is very low possibility, then 4 and a 5, then D and a E. But this is bullish, by the way, because sideways moving up. However, the bullish scenario is, of course, this one. We saw it yesterday as well. We mentioned it, where we have double 1-2s, right? After A, B, and a C here, you have double 1-2s, and you started another 1-2 here, and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning, it is exactly right now what we would like to see for a bullish scenario. Okay, so the gold might, of course, reverse to bullish, and since we saw, of course, NASDAQ and the stocks might move down for the next weeks. So for the next weeks, we can expect to unfold this scenario for the gold as well. If we want to think about it a little bit logically, right? So basically, I would say 1, 2, and now is unfolding the 3, 4, and a 5. What you would like to see today is the most explosive and impulsive wave toward the upside. So you have to see like a very fast move for the gold today. Okay, very interesting, and it is the highest possibility. It gets higher, the possibility gets higher once we break this trend line, which is the triangle. Okay, once you break this one, you can expect, of course, a very fast move toward the upside. Targets for this one, the targets. So if we are in a wave 1 currently, you're looking for the wave 2 here, and we're looking for a wave 3, right? So wave 3 as an impulse. Okay, so first wave 3 can be around there. Okay, 3, 4, and a 5. Let's just put this one, 1.618 can be your wave 3. So you can expect for today 3,430 probably, and then having wave 3, 4, and a 5, and then 3, 4, and a 5, of course. Here we go. Wave 3, wave 4, and a 5. Yeah, it's gonna be again impulsive, like it never ends, right? So it's an extension. It is an extension. I already explained yesterday. If this happens, meaning, of course, we are extending this. Okay, meaning the wave 5 here is not finished. This wave 5 is not finished, and this might be a wave 1, 2 right now, just simply extending 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Yeah, somehow like this, and moving all of this toward the upside. Yeah, for this scenario. Cool. If it happens, of course, therefore we're gonna reset this, but currently I'm gonna keep it there. of course, to make sure that it's gonna unfold 100%, and then of course we shift the big, the big counting. But this is very impulsive, guys. Here we go. The impulse has started. No financial advice. Be careful. Yep, so these are the potential scenarios for the gold. Let's see the gold a little bit indicators. Yeah, this is very bullish. Okay. Yes, MACD and RSI are very bullish. We see, of course, the lows are building up, and moving up and up. There is no divergence in the top also yet. Okay, that is one, so be careful with it. This is what I told you. This is the one that you have to be careful with it. The triangle trend coming from the tops. Once you break it, guys, you can expect it's gonna explode to the upside. Meaning you enter the oversold, overbought area and you range inside it. Okay, meaning keeping moving up. Yeah, so no worries. Okay, so this is what is going to happen for the gold. Highest probability is to move toward the upside. Watch the trend line, of course, for the triangle, and this might be the last resistance. Okay, so basically we are in Pltr right now. Let's see Pltr what is doing. Okay, so Pltr. So for Pltr, we broke the triangle. That's good. That is a good signal. We broke the triangle. Finally, we took a confirmation for higher. As you can see, 135, meaning we invalidated this triangle and we're moving for higher. We can remove this and even this one, since we are moving for higher, also the count. Very good. So we are left with this counting right now, which is a 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 5, which is leaving us in two scenarios. One is bullish, very bullish. One is bearish, which is, of course, a W, X, and a Y, meaning, of course, still looking for higher, but it is gonna finish somehow in 3 waves as a zigzag, meaning once you finish this impulse over there, you might drop down, okay, because you have zigzag, correction, another zigzag, right, W, X, and a Y. Or we simply break all these levels step by step and we continue impulsively toward the upside. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards higher prices. And this is gonna bring us to a major target here. And I think this major target, let me check on the daily, is taken, yes, is taken from the main wave 1, guys. This is the main wave 1 taken from the wave, based on the wave 3, and giving us this target. So on the lower time frame here, this can unfold if those are really 111.2s. This can bring us to the main target in the daily. Yeah, and of course, we might see something new appearing in the top. Very interesting for Pltr. Watch, of course, this level, but currently you are moving toward the upside. Okay, so 1, 2, yeah, we have here like several 1, 2s probably even. This can be like moving like this, guys. Okay, because this like is several 1, 2s. Why? Because you don't have a big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Meaning those are 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So it's gonna, it's gonna explode. Yeah, it can be like this is a wave 1, 2 here, another 1, 2, and then another 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 as well. Okay, but we're not gonna enter very much in details. But yeah, this is very, very bullish, guys. Okay, that is for a Pltr. Let's see Tesla. Tesla. Okay, for Tesla, nice. Also, formation of an impulse, potentially for higher. Okay. So basically, we are in also potential ABC. So don't forget this as well. You might be here in something as a wave A, B and a C toward the upside. So still, of course, questionable. Now, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, I cannot call it. Okay, um, because yeah, I don't see the wave 4, of course, is a good one. Yeah, already invalidation here. Let me check with the line. Yeah, it's already invalidated. Okay, so I think this, I'm gonna remove it, guys. I'm gonna remove it. I think higher possibility here is going anyway for, yeah, once you got invalidation, is going for a wave B. Why? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, impulse. You have an A, a B, and a C. Okay, so obviously that this is an A, B, and a C here, 3 waves for a wave A, wave B. You're looking for a wave C toward the upside. So the wave C is unfolding in the following scenario as, of course, an impulse, where we are looking at a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y to finish a wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 5, 3, A, B, and a C, expanding flat, wave 5. Okay? So this is your wave 3 over there, A, B, and a C, expanding flat, wave 5, moving toward the upside. And yeah, so basically this is still looking for higher for today, of course, for a wave 5, I would say. And this is gonna create a wave 1. Here we go. Okay, this is gonna create a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, and this can finish your wave C, which it can be a larger wave B in a overview. Okay, let's see this in a bigger view right now. So this is what I'm looking for, guys. The W, X, and a Y, well, no, let's remove this. I don't like it. Let's see the targets, the better target for this one. Now this one is taken, okay, this is the retracement. We can remove it as well. So I'm looking here at a potential regular flat, guys, or in case we are in a WX and a Y, so wave C as regular flat, here we go. Exactly. This is the target that I'm looking for, 474, and can be a little bit higher, okay? All right. What it can be in a bigger view, it can be, of course, an ABC here, right? So on the daily, where you are looking for this one, okay, it can be WX and a Y, by the way. Sorry for the sound. So it can be a WX and a Y, so flat, zigzag. Sorry, this one is there, but of course, if we get here like a zigzag, meaning simply continuation toward the downside for another big zigzag, okay? And that means you have two scenarios, which is a triangle, all right? You're looking at a wave ABC, right? Or you are looking at a W, X, and a Y. Your wave Y is a zigzag. This is your wave Y there, okay? Yep. And highest possibility can be the wave Y, I would say. Meaning, right now you need those 3 waves to move down because you have an impulse already there. So A, B, and a C. The wave B has to be, of course, the zigzag. And of course, dropping down. In a bigger view, of course, why? Because you have a wave A here. And you need to finish this W, X, and a Y for a wave B. And then moving up for a wave C. So yeah, but wave B can be finished, of course, higher, guys. It's not necessarily to take, this is the ultimate bearish. Ultimate bearish meaning, of course, you are in a B, and a C. The wave C has to be an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully not, guys. We're gonna estimate this at the 1-to-1 fib level once we get the drop. If we break the 1-to-1 fib level, therefore, okay, we estimate the triangle. If the triangle will be broken, okay, next target is $70, $50. So step by step, of course, we're not rushed to be bearish, right? So step by step. Okay. Yeah, so that is for Tesla. Let's see Apple. Okay. Was Apple? Okay, so Apple is struggling. We know this, right? We are potentially in a triangle here in WX and a Y. I know this took too much time, but this is of course W, X, and you have a Y, A, B, C, D, and a E. Okay. And what you might expect, of course, after this zigzag, A, B, C, D, and a E toward the upside, when your wave E is towards the upside, of course, therefore, continuation reversal, towards the downside. Nothing new. I'm just checking on it, but yeah, in a bigger view, once you finish this correction, which is very close, and I think it has started to drop down, I think we're moving for a wave Y. And this aligns with NASDAQ as well, and SPX. Yes, so basically on the 15-minute chart, do we have something impulsive? Yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, a 4 and a 5. Wave 1. Okay, wave 1 has started to unfold for Apple towards the downside. Yeah, so we're expecting here a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Yeah. Okay, for a wave Y. Wave Y is a zigzag impulse, very complex correction for a wave B, wave C. That's it. You got another zigzag here for W. You got the X in between as a bridge, double zigzag correction. And the targets are already since a very long time ago, by the way, when we were looking for a recession, if you remember. Yeah, those were the target for a recession, but that was, I mean, for all the stocks. Right now, NASDAQ and SPX are so far from a recession, but Apple is struggling, I would say. Yeah. It might come back to this area. All right, guys, so that was it for the main list today. Let's check this DEWA. Don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe for the channel so we can survive together. And I would like to mention, by the way, I'm traveling on Sunday. So tomorrow, of course, would be the last live stream, I think, for the next weeks. But I'm gonna try my best, of course, to come back for live streams. The videos will be in, of course, definitely. We will not cut the channel. We will stay on. But I will be making videos, for the next week. So the live streams will be a little bit hard. I think so. I'm not sure how the internet will be, guys. This is a problem. So I cannot promise. But for the videos, of course, we can manage this, definitely. So I'm gonna keep you updated. Okay, so let's see the DEWA thing. Dubai electricity. Okay, let's see how is the electricity in Dubai. Oh, thank you, Tamer. Thank you, brother. Yeah, not really nice chart to look at, but very sideways. And we're looking at A, B, and a C, W, X, and Y, actually, because you have three ways. Oh my God, it's all three ways. The only impulse that you get is for a dump here, unfortunately. And that means the finish of a structure here. And I believe this is A, B, and a C. Here we go. All right. So your structure has finished here with this impulse, and obviously it retraced very hard toward the upside, so that is a good thing. But I would say this is not very clear what it is. Yeah, it's not really nice thing. Well, look, man, I mean, for who asked for this, if you are thinking to invest with something, always look for a very good chart. Okay, very good chart. What I mean, like very safe one. You want to have a safe and easy one. You don't want to struggle and to have a lot of fast heartbeats, right? So try to find something very impulsive from the beginning, or the whole chart in the all-time history, like on the weekly, it looks like that. Okay, 5 ways impulsive toward the upside. That at least it tells you that the direction of this chart is basically toward the upside all the time. Okay, meaning of course you can get correction, but it's gonna keep moving higher and higher, because once you get an impulse in the beginning, it's gonna be fractal. Fractal, it means like correction and 5 ways, correction and 5 ways, and continuation. Yeah, the same thing. I'm thinking of long-term investment. Yes, you can, of course. I mean, look, there is no data yet. You have just ABC. Okay, what is next? You cannot know. You have 3 ways. Okay, what if you get, so you have 2 scenarios, whether you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or you get potentially A, B, and a C, okay, and then moving down again. But you cannot be sure what is gonna be. Therefore, it lacks for data yet, okay? And it's not a wise thing now to invest with it, honestly. Dennis, ASTS, please, just a peek at the chat. No need to go deep. Yes, sure, man. What is ASTS? It's NASDAQ, okay? Space Mobile, okay. That's nice. That's cool. Let's move for the daily. Okay. Obviously, the market has found psychology here. Okay. Obviously, was not performing good until something happened. I don't know what it is, but a project, a management, new management, I don't know what it is. But something happened, of course, toward the upside, meaning you can start your counting exactly from this low, right? And you have an impulse. And when you have suddenly an impulse after a massive drop like this, very choppy, therefore, of course, something new has happened. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Definitely this is like finished impulse. Okay, no need to enter into it. You have 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5, kind of. So you can call this already a wave 1. Okay, you need a wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course. And obviously it is continuing toward the upside, which is, yeah, not really nice, because it moves and shifts towards an ABC. So for a wave 2, let's say to be impulsive, you need this. You need this number as correction, meaning you would like to see an ABC hitting the 12.69 before it moves continuously toward the upside. When you don't have this, meaning you are in a ABC zigzag, very sharp zigzag, very fast, A, B, and a C. Okay, the wave C is unfolding as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so currently you are in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. And you are looking for another final 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this is the white. Okay, meaning wave C. All right. Normally, your targets are 1-to-1 fib level in a zigzag. Here we go. So wave C, wave 5, wave 3. If you are impulsive, you get 4 and a 5, meaning higher, but I doubt it. So you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, probably dropping down again. Okay. Starting a new structure, maybe 3 waves down and then continuation. Yeah, but this is better than this. Definitely, right? Okay, so that is for AST Space Mobile. Mobile. Yeah. Is something related to the space? I think, right? I think so. It's like SpaceX or something. Maybe. All right. They are launching satellites into space for internet. Oh, okay. That's something big. Yeah, very interesting. By the way, this can transform. It's not necessarily to get like bearish here. Don't forget that if you get a zigzag, it can transform to a wave 1 for a leading diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, just when you said what it might be, so I was like, there is no way that they can move down. Yeah, so I mean, fundamentally, yeah. So it can be also kind of like this, okay, leading diagonal. And then after this, you formed a wave, big wave 1, then you get wave 2, and then you launch your impulse, meaning wave 3 towards the upside, okay? So it means the chart start to turn into an impulse, which is very good. All right, that was it, guys, for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye bye.